There was an interview I saw a number of years ago before I got into the marketing space that really stuck with me. I'm sure you remember the game show Let's Make a Deal. Now, if you remember, it was hosted by a guy by the name of Monty Hall, and the game format was pretty straightforward. He would stand you up, and he would often start by giving you something, an envelope. Sometimes it was money, or he would let you pick door number 1, 2, or 3. And then once you picked or received something, that's when the game really began. Now, the way this worked is he would try to get you to change your choice. Now, you've picked door number 2. Would you be willing to change your choice from door number 2 to door number 1 or 3 if I gave you $50, or if I show you what's behind door number 1, and see if he can get you to change your choice? And the show was very popular and on for a number of years, and Monty Hall did an interview. And this is what really stuck with me. The interviewer asked, Monty, what did you really learn about working with people all those years, the public at large? And he thought about it for just a moment, and he said, what really struck me is how reluctant people were to change. Once we gave them something, or once they chose one of those doors, it was almost impossible to get them to change, even when I told them that they were making a poor choice. And what we now know is going on is the commitment principle, which simply says that once we choose something, once we make a decision, we're very reluctant to change it. Vegas has made a living off of this core concept. If you ask somebody which team is going to win or who's going to win a sporting event, most people will simply tell you, well, I don't know, or I might feel one way or the other. But as soon as somebody places a bet, their confidence level for that goes through the roof. Writing something is one of the strongest ways of getting that commitment. We've seen it raise sales for companies like Ovaltine. They ran several promotions where they asked you to write down the Ovaltine slogan and mail it in. Now, they didn't really do anything with those. They probably ended up in a trash can very quickly. But by simply writing it down, you've engaged the commitment principle. And as a result, you are much more likely to become a loyal Ovaltine buyer. Now, using this same concept of creating behavior change, there is a strong way to change our own behavior in positive ways. For instance, a study showed that the strongest path to quitting smoking was using the commitment principle. And here's how you do it. They asked smokers who wanted to quit to write down on notes, I'm going to quit smoking. And often why? Because I want to live longer, because you've asked me to, etc. But the important part was I'm going to quit smoking. And then they asked them to give those notes to people that they loved and respected. And that very act raised the commitment to quitting smoking.